Hallie O'Ween is a girl like no other, making creepy costumes with glitter and sequins.
Hi, my name is Alex von Soos. I worked on the music, on the theme tune to be precise, for Hallie O'Ween, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about how the vocals were recorded. I should say recorded is maybe not quite the right expression to use here because the vocals were programmed. They're not real, they're not live, they are robotic based on a new AI development called Synthesizer V Pro, and the company behind it is called Dreamtonic, and the singer we're going to use for today's video and for the theme tune is called Solaria. Now obviously there's some kind of human voice behind it, and in this case it was a singer from the US, from New York, who had a lot of experience in musical theatre. She sang on Broadway and she's a very good singer. But obviously they recorded her with all sorts of expressions, but the default setting is a neutral one. And so you have to put quite a lot of work into making her sound more like the kind of singer you want. So in this example, it was a rock singer in the vein of Pink, because that was what the brief called for. That was the whole idea about the Hallie O'Ween theme tune. So we're going to hop into the session in a minute, and I'll see you behind the computer screen. Right, so here we are in the middle of the session. As you can see, there's quite a lot going on, but we're going to focus on the middle of the screen where we have our virtual singer called Solaria. So what I'm going to do first is just show you very quickly how to input some notes and how to make some sound with it, and then we're gonna address the song proper, and you can see how I actually programmed the lyrics. So it's very easy. Maybe you've seen this kind of editor before. It's called the piano roll because you have the piano on the left and then you have the actual notes, what the singer is going to sing on this side here. So it's going to appear as little blobs, and so you can just double click and say we want this note here. So there's a default syllable, which is very exciting, like duh, and so we're going to just click around a little bit and see if we can come up with some kind of very basic melody. So let's see, let's do this, and maybe we have a little bit of a variation, make these notes a little bit shorter, and have another one here. And another long note at the top. Now, for those of you who know music, you probably be able to hear what this is going to sound like before I even do anything, right? But let's actually play it and see what happens. Now there's so much going on in this screen, I won't be able to look into the camera at all times, but the main thing really, the star of the show isn't me, it's Solaria, so just focus on her.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Right, so this is it. There's no singer involved, there's nobody behind the microphone. This is just what we did by typing in, just double clicking on some spaces here, and now, so if you wanted this last note to change, this, and maybe have another one at the end like this, that's all we need to do, but lengthen this a little bit. Now as you can see, the computer is working in the background and recalculating everything, and now we can press play again, and we shall have another listen.
Da 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 da.
Nice. So that's quite a complete melody, and we've had zero inspiration here. We've just clicked around more or less at random. And now of course we could write some lyrics, but I want to get to Hallie O'Ween, So we're going to go to the next portion now, which is the verse melody, the very first line of the song. And I just need to put this into solo so we don't hear all the other stuff. And as you can see, we've still got our syllable, da, 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 and now we have the melody. You can see this is the melody that you will hear in the song, and I'm just going to play to you. We can also have a bit of music as well, right? So feeling generous, and we're going to have a bit of music in the background as well. So let's listen to this. There you go. So it's already sounding pretty good, but of course we don't have any words. So let's get to that next and get rid of this here and just go to the next track, which has the lyrics.
Hallie O'Ween is a girl like no other, making creepy costumes with glitter and sequins.
There you go. So this is what we're aiming for, and you can see the lyrics up here on the screen, and we're just gonna type in the lyrics just so you can see how I got there. And so basically what we'll do is we click on the first syllable, and we just press in our input field, and then we can, hopefully this will work, copy those lyrics across, and then we need to tidy it up a little bit. There you go. So because Solaria at this point isn't quite intelligent enough to know exactly how he wants to marry the music, the melody, to the lyrics, so we're going to have to do a little bit of extra work. So for example here we need to put in a plus sign because Hallie has got 2 syllables. Alright, so we're going to separate this out. So when a word has 1 syllable, we don't need to do anything, but if we have 2, then we need to put a little plus sign in there. And so we need to be very precise with this, because otherwise the lyrics are going to come out wrong, which is going to sound very strange. So creepy has got 2 syllables. I'm going to do this quickly, and just going to see, because you don't want any spaces, so you've got to be very careful with spaces. This should be alright. And the costumes has got 2 syllables. I'm going to do that. And another space with glitter, 2 syllables. And sequence, 2 syllables. At the end, I wanted to, the sequence, I wanted to slide into the final long note, as you can see here. So I'm going to put a plus and a minus in there. If it goes wrong, we've got the ready-made version here to fall back on. So I'm just going to press OK and hope and pray for the best. This doesn't look too bad. So if we can make this a little bit bigger, we can see what we... Hallie O'Ween is a girl like no other. So that all works. Making pretty costumes. So that's where it went slightly wrong. So if you miss a space or something, then you're going to have to start again or investigate. We're not going to do any of that, but you can see how this principle works. And now we can actually listen to the final version with all the pluses and spaces in place. So this would be it.
Is a girl mother making creepy costumes with glitter and sequins. Hallie O'Ween is a girl like no other, making creepy costumes with glitter and sequins. Is a girl like no other, making.
So the final thing we're going to do is just work on the sound a little bit. As you can see, we've got, for those of you who are into music production, we've got equalizers, and here we've got compressors to make the sound nicer, like you would with a real singer in a real recording studio. But we're going to focus on what's possible within the app synthesizer V, within what was recorded with Solaria. So for example, we want this is quite soft, and we want this to be more powerful, right? And a bit more passionate maybe as well. And let's see what that sounds like. So you can see this is going to wiggle a little bit because the computer needs to recalculate what we've just put in. So let's press play, see what happens.
Hallie O'Ween is a girl like no other, making creepy costumes with glitter and sequins.
That's not bad. Let's hear that with the music.
O'Ween is a girl other, making creepy costumes with glitter and sequins. Hallie O'Ween is a girl like no other, making creepy costumes with glitter and sequins. Hallie O'Ween is...
That's quite nice. So in the original, I've got the numbers here. So we had a little bit more air, so it sounds a bit more breathy, a bit more exciting for the verses. And 80 and 90, and then we had 70 for solid, which is another way of making it sound just a little bit more assertive. The exact values don't matter. So something like this. Let's have another listen.
Is a girl other, making creepy costumes with glitter and sequins. Hallie O'Ween is a girl like no other, making creepy costumes with glitter and sequins.
That sounds pretty good. So the computer always takes a little bit of time to catch up. That's why sometimes it's not completely in sync, because it's very new technology, and it does tax the computer a little bit. So just for fun, we can do one more thing. You can see we've got a gender slider here. So that's a little bit on the masculine side because we wanted Solaria to sound just a little bit more confident and assertive and rocky. But if I put this to the other side, suddenly she will sound a lot younger. Let's not take it too far because otherwise it'll sound like a joke. And we can make it a little bit more breathy as well, and take out the tension. Tension is how much effort she puts into it with her vocal cords. For those of you who are singers, you will know what I'm talking about, how far we squeeze the vocal cords together. So let's have another listen. I don't know what this is going to sound like, so we're all in for a little surprise here. Let's have a listen.
No other, making creepy costumes with glitter and sequins. Hallie O'Ween is a girl like no other, making creepy costumes with glitter and sequins. Hallie O'Ween is a girl like no other.
I think if that had been the final outcome, I would probably have got the sack. But fortunately, we can put it all back. And yeah, so you can see we can have a lot of fun with this. And depending on the song, maybe this kind of squeaky voice would have been great. But it's certainly something that is very exciting to work with, and yes, so that ends our screen capture here. I think we covered a lot of ground: how to start making melodies, how to change the default syllable from d into lyrics, and then how to play around with the sound. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this little journey into the world of Solaria. You can see how it was all done, and how it's not 100% straightforward, but on the other hand, it's very exciting for songwriting as well, because when you write a song, as you saw, you start with dummy lyrics, and then you can fill in the lyrics and see whether they actually make sense, sung by somebody who sounds very, very real, rather than having to wait before you get a session singer in or sing it yourself. And that is very, very exciting progress, and there's going to be more to come on this front as well. There's already more singers on the market, like a male rock singer with a very deep voice, another male rock singer with a high and sort of growling voice, and yeah, so lots of exciting things to come on this front. But I hope you enjoyed today's video and of course the theme tune to Hallie O'Ween itself. So thanks for watching.